Hello everyone, Mr. MonkeyTube here to bring you another video. In this one, I'd like to dive into a type of video known as Iceberg videos, where people will cover a piece of media, and the further you get into the video, the deeper and darker it gets. Now, there is a rapper that I listen to a lot named Mr. Monkey Mouth, and I would like to dive into the Mr. Monkey Mouth Iceberg. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Monkey in the making. Monkey in the making. Leppy K. Leppy K is Mr. Monkey Mouth's most frequent collaborator and has been on 13 of 27 of Mr. Monkey Mouth's tracks. He is known for his rapping abilities, his storytelling, and even his R&B singing. A very versatile artist. Not much to say. Lil D-Dog. Lil D-Dog is another collaborator who works with Mr. Monkey Mouth, and while he hasn't been on as much tracks as Leppy K, he has also done producing and ad-libs for Mr. Monkey Mouth. The Last Banana. The Last Banana is Mr. Monkey Mouth's fourth and final studio album. It features 8 fantastic tracks, and most people would argue it is his best. Some fans do miss the comedic value of his earlier albums, but for most, this is easily the best one.
We primitive, yeah. They don't mess with us on these streets because we primitive.
The Big Shift. Another Mr. Monkey Mouth collaborator, yet this one being a bit less known than the other two. He hasn't really done much verses for Mr. Monkey Mouth, but has always done his producer tags, and had a lot more subtle impact on his earlier albums, but later in the albums ended up becoming the villain of it all. Primate. Primate was the 6th track on the Monkey Tapes Volume 1, and a lot of people consider this the breakthrough track of Mr. Monkey Mouth, the thing that sent him into the mainstream. And a lot of people also say that Mr. Monkey Mouth hasn't made a song as good since. The production, the features, the verses, it all flows so well. R&B tracks. A few R&B tracks from Mr. Monkey Mouth have hit the scene, examples being Limp Banana or You Made This. These tracks usually feature Leppy K, with both of them performing over an R&B beat. Some people say there was supposed to be an R&B album, but nothing has officially been released about that. Mr. Monkey Mouth reverting back to his old ways, back to his old age, back to the old... The Monkey Tapes, Volume 1. Volume 1 of the Monkey Tapes is the first project Mr. Monkey Mouth has worked on, and besides Primate, not a lot of big songs here, but some say is an underappreciated classic. Video skits. Mr. Monkey Mouth would add video skits to his 3rd and 4th album to allow the viewers to more easily understand the story throughout them. This was huge to the rap game and extremely innovative. Dare Bear Ryan. Dare Bear Ryan was another collaborator that worked with Mr. Monkey Mouth throughout his first album, The Monkey Tapes, being featured on the track Primate and also Monkey Over Money. His name was Leppy K. We didn't know that Leppy spray. Primitive Confusion. Back when the track Primate released, the word primate was never actually said in the song, but within Def Dog's chorus, he said the word primitive quite a few times. This caused most fans to believe the track was actually called Primitive and started referring to it as that. Mr. Monkey Mouth has said in interviews that he doesn't mind the name change, and he believes it's become almost a part of the song itself. The Last Banana delays. With the making of the album The Last Banana, his 4th and final studio album, Mr. Monkey Mouth delayed it quite a lot. This was due to the music not being ready, the skits not being ready, features not being finished with their verses, and a lot of other issues. And the album took over a month to release from its previous launch date. The Producer Days. This refers to Mr. Monkey Mouth before his 4 studio albums. He dropped quite a few tracks that really only were beats and instrumentals. A couple of these featured a verse from an early Leppy K or Lil Zay, but even then, Monkey Mouth never himself rapped on these. Barry Lion. Barry Lion is another collaborator that works with Mr. Monkey Mouth, but he's much less known than the others. The reason being that he's only had one verse with Mr. Monkey Mouth on the last track of his 4th album, What Doesn't Kill Us Makes Us More Primitive, and the feature's only about 8 seconds long. He also took a very long time to record this verse, and many believe he is the reason for a lot of the Mr. Monkey Mouth Last Banana delays.
She's gonna have a salad!
The date 6-7, plotting about to rob 7-Eleven with my boy The Leppy Tapes. The Leppy Tapes is an unreleased album where Mr. Monkey Mouth was planning to produce 7 tracks with Leppy K rapping and singing on them. The project was never released for unknown reasons. Many believe it's due to Mr. Monkey Mouth leaving the rap game or them not having enough content before Leppy K died in the last album. Due to this, the project may never see the light of day. The Orangutan Gang. The Orangutan Gang was a rap group within Mr. Monkey Mouth's label, which featured Mr. Monkey himself, Leppy K, Lil Zay, and Dev Dog. The 4 were supposed to drop a project together, Mr. Monkey Mouth being the producer, Leppy K, Lil Zay being the rappers, and Dev Dog being the executive producer. But the 3 wanted Dev Dog to contribute more and give them some verses to put on the album. Dev Dog refused, which caused the group to break up, and eventually led to a Dev Dog diss track, which I will play here.
This one for you, Devin. You's a bitch. I'ma use the revolvers, gonna catch all the cases while I spend the
This track obviously ruined things for the Orangutan Gang as a whole, and Dev Dog didn't regain contact with them until a year later when the Monkey Tapes released and he gave them a verse. They squashed the beef, and Dev Dog finally was ready to rap. Monkey Mania. Monkey Mania was going to be his 5th studio album that would drop a couple months after The Last Banana. The album was canceled due to the sadness of the loss of Leppy K, features just not wanting to do it anymore, and Monkey Mouth just getting too old to make music.
He was on his way to the club, his name was K, he just needed a drink, he had a long day, he walked in the club trying to
Ape with an R. Ape with an R is the final track on his 2nd album, Heartbreaks and Banana Splits. On this album, he goes into some pretty sensitive topics about how the Big Shift was doing some very non-consensual stuff with him. Because of this is when Big Shift started to become the villain of the albums, and all hell was broke loose between the two. And nothing was really ever the same with Mr. Monkey Mouth's music. The Monkey Tapes Volume 2. The Monkey Tapes Volume 2 was supposed to be Mr. Monkey Mouth's 2nd album after Volume 1. The project was cancelled due to Mr. Monkey Mouth's emotional and mental well-being at the time, and instead he released Heartbreaks and Banana Splits, which was a fantastic album, and some people say that maybe Mr. Monkey Mouth's well-being and his mental health at the time made him who he is, and those trials and tribulations made him release all the good music that we would come to see in the future. Who knows what his career could have had in store for him if that never happened. Dev Dog made Mr. Monkey Mouth. Due to the Orangutan Gang's beef and the issues they had, when the diss track Fuck Devin Morris released, Mr. Monkey Mouth had his own verse, and this was the first time we ever saw him be a rapper. Before this, he was always known as a producer, and because of this, a lot of people say if it weren't for Dev Dog leaving the group, Mr. Monkey Mouth might have never been a rapper to begin with.
Mr. Monkey Mouth, go now.
The death of Dylan Morris. In the track Murder on Monkey Avenue, Dev Dog's brother, Dylan, is confirmed dead from a gang war on the streets. This could be the reason that Dev Dog left the Orangutan Gang to begin with and didn't want to rap because of trauma from his brother. There's not really much we know to this, but it's extremely unsettling to think about, and if you get scared easily, I would keep scrolling, because the rest of the ideas covered in this video are dark. Ninja Nana's cut verse. On the album The Last Banana, Ninja Nana is featured on the cover, but he didn't partake in any actions on the album, and this left a lot of fans wondering what he was doing on the cover and in the lore of the album. And it is said that on the last track he did have a verse, but it was eventually cut due to him and Mr. Monkey Mouth having a falling out. No one really knows much of what happened between the two, but they keep it very secretive, which makes a lot of fans wonder if there's anything deeper going on behind the scenes. Maria Del Loco Overwatch scandal. Maria Del Loco, one of the collaborators with Mr. Monkey Mouth, who was on track 8 of The Last Banana, had an Overwatch scandal, saying she would drop an album if fans bought her skins. This album would never come, and fans spent hundreds of dollars hoping for a new project. Because of this, Maria Del Loco fell off and received several lawsuits.
Oh, Mr. Monkey Mouth on the beat. I'm a lot older now, but I still got some fight left in me. We gonna spit on the shit, like we used to.
Beneath the Fur. Beneath the Fur was an album that was supposed to release around the same time as The Last Banana. The album took around the time where Mr. Monkey Mouth went crazy in the track 6776. And because of this, a lot of these tracks were pretty crazy and surrounded around very messed up ideologies and views, with Mr. Monkey Mouth talking about some really disturbing stuff. And I'm just glad it never released and he's in a better place now. The Big Shift's court date. After the drama around the track Ape with an R, Big Shift was sent to court, and he did not show up to any of the court dates and went missing. People didn't see him until Mr. Monkey Mouth confronted him in his final album, and at that time he was too strong for any law enforcement to get him. And because of this, he dodged the law and never went to prison for what he did to Mr. Monkey Mouth. Lil D-Dog is AI. Some people say that the lines that Lil D-Dog raps, or even the persona of Lil D-Dog himself, isn't real and is simply artificial intelligence. People say this due to the voice effects that are added to his vocals, the lines that just feel off-putting, or the fact we've never really seen him outside of the music, and no one's ever encountered him.
I know so fast, they call me the Flash. I rape her so hard, I'm gonna leave her a rash. Got too many STDs, I don't.
Monkey Mouth was cloned. Some people believe Mr. Monkey Mouth was cloned after Volume 1 of the Monkey Tapes. This is due to his rap style changing, his producer style changing, and also he never had that same comedic value that he had in that first project. Do you think Mr. Monkey Mouth was cloned, or are people looking too deep into character development? Leppy K faked his death. Due to numerous photos and pieces of evidence, people think Leppy K is still alive and roaming the streets. Some people say he's moved to North Macedonia, where he lives a peaceful life, away from the rap game. But who knows? Is Leppy K actually alive? This would be a shocker. Mr. Monkey Mouth was responsible for 9/11. Some people have seen photos of Mr. Monkey Mouth himself at the 9/11 terrorist attacks, and because of this they think he was responsible, partially because on his birth certificate it says he wasn't even alive then. So how would he be here? He must have had something to do with it, but I guess we'll never know. And I'm not going to look too deep into it, because I don't know what he's capable of. He's just so sexy and smart that I'm scared of what he could do.
She's gonna have a salad. She's gonna have a salad!
Lil Zay predicted Black Ops 4. This refers to Lil Zay commonly using the lyrics, "We get on them boats, A, we killin' them zombs, A." This clearly references the map Voyage of Despair from Black Ops 4, where they are indeed killing zombies, A, on a boat, A. This has got to be the worst zombies map of all time, and probably the worst game I've ever played, and because of that, Lil Zay is a bottom 5 human being for this, and I hope the rumors that he did this aren't true. Monkey Mouth is the second coming of Christ. Between Mr. Monkey Mouth's storyline and the story of the Bible, there are a lot of similarities, like Mr. Monkey Mouth parting the ocean, or him resting on the 6th and 7th days of the earth. Took that one. And because of this, a lot of people think he's the second coming of Christ, and is responsible for the rapture. But only time will tell, and we will see what Mr. Monkey Mouth can do. Monkey Mouth hieroglyphs. Explorers have reported seeing caveman drawings or hieroglyphs that reference or refer to Mr. Monkey Mouth. And people think that he is some type of godly figure because of this. Was he around during the caveman days? Did he actually help build the pyramids? I guess we'll never know, but it's very interesting stuff to look at. Alright, well that's the end of the iceberg, and that's everything covered. If you made it through this video, then props to you, because this is some spooky stuff, but just in time for the Halloween season. My next video, I'm going to be making an iceberg about 6-7, so stay tuned for that if you'd like to see more. Mr. Monkey Tube out, and have a good night.
Skibbity Rizzler in Ohio. Skibbity Rizzler in Ohio. Skibbity Rizzler in Ohio.